Hello, hello, it's Kitti, your declutter specialist. I'm proud to be so. Coming to you on, what is it? It is Tuesday, October 19th, on a crisp fall day. And it's, yeah, nice where I am, and I hope it's nice where you are. And if it isn't, trust me, weather comes and goes, so you're gonna be fine. If it's not nice today, it will be nice tomorrow. Hello, hello, thank you for joining. Yeah, we are on day 395. I just noticed that this morning of our Facebook Lives, and we're gunning for 400. Hello, Michael. We will see you later on today, I believe. Yeah, sorry, lost my concentration for a little bit. Oh, God bless you, Michael. And that's what we're going to talk about in a little bit. I don't know what threw me off. I honestly don't. Yeah, I do know. I didn't say that I was coming to you live from picturesque Atlantic, Canada. That's what it was. And you know, you'll notice sometimes that especially if you're ADHD, which this is our salute this week to ADHD Awareness Month, that being October, we tend to need structure to and to be able to do things at the right. Hello, Robin. Structure, military family. Okay. We tend to need structure, and if we do something that's kind of out of turn, you know, it just kind of throws you off. Robin, I was just saying that I didn't say coming to you from picturesque Atlantic, Canada. Hello, Pam. And it threw me off. It really did. I couldn't recover. It took me a moment. So anywho, what happens when I start saying picturesque Western Canada? I'll get used to it. Trust me on that. All right, so who am I? I gotta ask myself that sometimes. Entrepreneurs and startups hire me to help them clear their clutter and overwhelm so that in 90 days, so that they can focus on making more money in their business and creating an amazing life for themselves and their families. Now, speaking of focus, I do believe that lack of focus, concentration, all of that good stuff, and physical clutter can be they are very closely entwined, and that is why I've developed a step-by-step system that has helped me and my clients eliminate years of clutter with a whole lot less overwhelm. I used to say with no overwhelm, but you know, there's always going to be a little bit. But hey, if we can reduce it to almost zero, what do you think about that? I tell you what, if that sounds like something that would interest you, you just hold that thought, and we'll give you the next steps to take later on in the video, okay? All right, Declutter the Brain Facebook group. There are so many Facebook groups out there, aren't there? So why would you join ours? Well, I'll tell you what, because we're small. We are small, which means we can address your concerns. If you have a specific concern, then we can address it and, you know, give you that personalized attention that you deserve. Now, what do? We help our members have a common goal, and that is to clear the physical clutter and mental baggage that can come along with that holds us back from being the super achievers and money makers that we were meant to be. So we've got a workshop coming up next week with my clients and I in our mastermind. We finally figured out the caramel secret, and so we're doing that, and the link is down below. You click that bit.ly link, it'll take you right to there. All right, okie dokie. So yeah, all right. This week, what is the title of this week? The title, because it's a good title, I like it. It is ADHD and clutter. ADHD, clutter prone or clutter free. And what do I mean by that? I mean that there are varying schools of thought. It is generally accepted that ADHDers can, you know, be a bit, a little cluttered. Now, a couple of stats for you that we reviewed yesterday. 60% of ADHD adults, by the way, I mean by that, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. I had to think about that. Anyway, 60% of us, I'm one of them, yes, say that disorganization is a serious problem. And 40% of women 40 and over say that disorganization is their most urgent issue. Why? Because why is it a serious problem? Because we have so much to do. Our brains are already busy enough without looking at all this clutter all over the place. There's your humor for today. Now, ADHD brains can be more prone to clutter for a couple of reasons. One would be we tend to leave items everywhere as visual cues, reminders of things that we have to do. You know the saying, if I can't see it, I'm going to forget about it. Yeah, guys, yeah, sounds familiar. Also, society tends to contribute to that with shopping. Yes. See it, want it, gotta have it. We can have poor impulse control. See it, gotta have it now, right? And who panders to that? Amazon, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, as Michael said yesterday. Absolutely. See, I do read the comments. All right, so another stat, and this is open to debate, but ADD, Attitude Magazine, says that non-ADHDers spend about half a year of their life searching for and replacing things. ADHDers, you can basically double that, and I've heard statistics that are even more, but we'll go with Attitude Magazine. Now, clutter also gets in the way of relationships. Yep. Yeah, I don't even have to tell you why. You're all smart people. Your work and possibly your mental well-being. All right. Now, today, those are the stats. Now, here's another stat for you. How much the average North American spends about $800 a year replacing things. Yes. Yeah. And including that, your gas, that's just the money, forget about the time. And of course, we've got the 8,760 hours of searching. That's an old stat according to the National Association of Professional Organizers. Now, you can have your spouse or your boss. No, what problems does this cause? Your spouse. Your spouse, your boss or your spouse could be kind of complaining about it. The mess can become a distraction in and of itself. And believe me, friends and neighbors, we have enough distractions in our brain, okay? We don't need any more. Yes. Now, when does it become a problem, which is the title of today? Well, you know, we tend to leave things in a room that we don't even know why. And my clients, well, a couple of them, they already agreed with me. Dishes in the bedroom. I've got some examples here. The toothbrush in the living room. This is right out of ADD magazine, okay? Don't blame the messenger. Slippers in the garage. The hairbrush in the kitchen. The hiking equipment in the dining room. Maybe you were looking for some trail mix? I'm not quite sure. But basically what can happen, and I used to be like this, and probably still am occasionally, I will leave things, again, as a reminder. But say you've walked into the kitchen, and you're brushing your hair, and you just absentmindedly put it down, and then, you know, you go blind to it, all right? That is what can happen with that. Now, when also does it become a problem? When it poses a safety hazard. And this is huge. And this is where you cross that line into hoarding. And we're not going there, all right? This is all about ADHDers and helping us to manage our clutter this week. Next week, we can go to anything you want. My spouse is... I love it. Michael said, if you're watching on YouTube, Michael says, my spouse is my boss. I love it. Yeah, how many of you can relate out there? Put it in the comments below if you're watching the replay. Yes. We're starting to get comments on YouTube. More on that in a minute. Now, you can have safety issues, stack of papers so tall that, you know, it falls down, right? It becomes a problem if you're stepping over things to get into a room, okay, to walk through a room. That's a tripping hazard. We talked about tripping hazards a month ago. Now, keep in mind that we use, apparently, according to the Pareto principle, we use about 20% of what we actually have 80% of the time. That's always confused me. But anyway, we use very little of what we've got. So we need to pare it down. But the bottom line is that we just kind of, our brains are off in another creative little world sometimes, and either we accumulate via shopping or we just forget. So that is that for today. Tomorrow, I'll tell you what we're talking about tomorrow in a minute. Yeah. All right. If you like this video, if you think it could benefit someone, if you think it's entertaining at all, ADHD or not, hey, we can all be clutter bugs sometimes. I know personally. So why not hit that share button? And you never know, there could be somebody across the pond, and I mean the oceans, that could benefit. Maybe they're having a dull day. We actually got a couple of 2 or 3 viewers that it just came across their airwaves, and they started watching, and a couple of them became clients. So that's very nice. Yes, YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, we are on YouTube, and why I did that was not as a vanity fest. I did that because I hate scrolling. All right, bothers my eyes. I want to find exactly what I want when I want it. All right, can anybody relate? Yeah, so it's on YouTube. Everything is carefully curated. It's numbered. It's labeled. You know exactly what you want. We've got about, content goes back about a month and a half, I believe, and I'm adding more content because I found the old Facebook videos. Yes, I did, from when before I was hacked. Thank you. Yep. So anyway, we'll be adding more content. So go to YouTube and punch in Declutter the Brain, and you'll see my smiling face. Glad to have you come join us. And subscribe. That would be good. That would be very nice. Thank you. All right. So I have something for you. Do you ever feel like your life can be just in chaos, and you know you need to start decluttering, but you haven't a clue where to start? Right. Yes. Been there, done that, and bought the pair of jeans. Yeah. Okay. T-shirts. T-shirt is old. So you want a place to start? All right, go to declutterthebrain.com, download your 7 easy steps to conquer your clutter, and it's intended as a grounding tool for your declutter journey and beyond. And tell you, clients come to me with no energy. They feel overwhelmed. Their spouse or boss is ragging on them. They don't even want to go home to the mess, or they can't have the landlord in to make the repairs, any of these things. Now, if any of that is tapping you on the shoulder, ringing a bell, tap, tap, tap on the shoulder, ring, ring, ring goes the bell. Let's jump on a call again. And I'll set you up with an immediate plan to take immediate action on your clutter. All right, declutterthebrain.com is where you go for that. All right, tomorrow it's what are we going to do about it? Take care. Thank you. Bye for now.